Top of it, top of it, top of it. It's your boy Coach One Stack, man. We tapped in, man. And we over here with a new video. We got these Diddy tapes showing rappers who were crying, man, when it was over with. And Diddy has done a whole lot of damage here, man, especially with that Meek Mill audio. And you heard what was going on. But see, with that Meek Mill audio, that was just more than the audio. Just know, people, that Meek Mill audio was something that Nicki Minaj actually filmed. You got to go check out her video. Nicki Minaj actually broke up with Meek Mill because she was in there filming it. And so now, after seeing the Diddy leaked freak off tape, right, with Daphne Joy, we understand why Diddy liked that back hole so much and why he's doing damage with that little shrimp that he got. Because, hey, man, he's just not hanging. But see, Diddy left a whole lot of rappers crying, left them in pain, and apparently left some people with some STDs, y'all. And we're going to get into this video, and we're going to talk about it, and I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. Because Freaky Mill, hey, man, he ain't been looking too good lately. Everybody seems to be losing weight at a high pace, man, because they cannot get that medication. Right? They cannot get that good medication that is not FDA approved here in the United States, but FDA approved other places, right? And so Diddy, man, got him crying. So let's get into the video, y'all.
The Diddy scandal has officially reached a disturbing new level, and the evidence is no longer just speculation. That leaked audio clip making rounds online, allegedly capturing Meek Mill and Diddy in a compromising moment, is just the beginning. According to federal sources, the FBI doesn't just have that one tape. They've got hours of footage showing what really went down at those infamous freak-off parties. And what's on them is being described as graphic, emotional, and deeply incriminating. And apparently, some of your fave rappers were seen crying after whatever happened was over. This isn't just celebrity gossip anymore. These tapes are going to be played in the Diddy drama, and everything is coming out. So who are these rappers that Diddy used and made them cry? Let's start with the bombshell everyone's talking about for over a year. That leaked audio allegedly featuring Meek Mill and Diddy in a compromising situation. A former security guard claims he recorded it during one of those notorious freak-offs.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statement are true, they got him. They got tapes and stuff.
Now, if Diddy had tapes, the feds have them. That's a lot of blackmail.
The guard says these recordings weren't just one-offs. According to him, there's footage of several major artists in similar situations recorded without their consent, footage the FBI now has in their possession as part of their ongoing investigation. And that's where things get really interesting. One of the earliest tape them seem to have is allegedly that of Usher.
Lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you...
Now, see, I know you guys have seen some of this stuff before, but, man, what people ain't understanding is, it's more indictments that are coming due to those tapes. It's more indictments coming due to those tapes off the rip, because you have to understand when Diddy got prosecuted, the judge, they got to look at all those tapes. They got to see all the evidence, even evidence with the minors. See, so because you only haven't seen it yet, because when the criminal charges come forward with this whole Diddy thing, because if you go to diddydocket.com, people, diddydocket.com, you can put, they have a page dedicated, and they show every bit of his paperwork from all, I think it's 126 cases that he have, and there is a whole lot of video involved in that, and that will later on get leaked and released to the internet, except the ones with the minors. But the judge have already seen this. The DA's already seen these tapes, man. People are already talking about them. They're signing the NDAs. People are, you got certain entertainers that have been paying off people because they didn't want their tapes leaked.
To something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans,
And your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary J.
okay?
Blige. They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh,
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Most people forget that Usher lived with Diddy when he was just 13 years old as part of his mentorship program.
And most people forget that when Usher was 13 years old in New York, Usher got rushed to the hospital, y'all. Usher got rushed to the hospital. For y'all young ones, y'all don't realize Usher got rushed to the hospital with tearing to his backside. I wonder how that happened. Because as you know, man, with Diddy, he couldn't get a girl when he was younger. He was scared of women. He's a shrimp. He's a small fry. He used to get picked on. So now a lot of men that have that issue, so I hear, because Coach Winstack ain't got that problem, man. They like that back door for some reason. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's the only place that a man with a shrimp is going to feel any type of friction is in that back door. Now you know why there are so many men. See, because in this video, you're not going to see no women coming along talking about that they were crying after what happened. These are all men. So I guess we're going to say that another man, all these men are lying saying that Diddy did what he did to them, man. But you be the judge, man. What do I know?
But according to multiple industry insiders, this arrangement took a dark turn when Usher allegedly ended up hospitalized after one particular night at Diddy's mansion.
Mind me asking, because I know the topic is sensitive. What happened to Usher?
Kid to the hospital. How you send him to the hospital? Man, nigga was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. Oh, I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time.
Huh? See what I told you? A lot of y'all don't realize this, man. Now, Gene Deal, if y'all don't know about Gene Deal, his pedigree, Gene Deal did, I believe, 25 to 30 years in parole. He was a parole officer and a high-ranking one in New York over major housing projects. See, he's not the bad guy. He's law enforcement, man. He's telling you right out of his own mouth that Usher went there because he was bleeding from the back. Let me rewind this a little bit and let you hear this again. Check it out.
And that's what was said. Oh, I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened. So, and just to hear this and this new thing where they saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that, man, that's crazy.
In his own interviews years later, Usher kept things vague, only saying Diddy showed him another side of the industry and exposed him to things he wasn't ready for. Reading between the lines now, those statements hit completely different.
Have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
and what kind, do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like, you know,
What
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
A producer who worked closely with both of them during that era came forward saying Usher was noticeably different after that hospitalization, more reserved, less trusting. And if you notice, Usher rarely talks about those years now, always changing the subject when it comes up. But Usher isn't the only one. Another tape allegedly in the FBI's possession features YK Osiris. His bizarre behavior raised serious questions about his relationship with Diddy. The timeline here is crucial. In early 2021, YK announced he was facing financial hardship and sold off all his luxury vehicles, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, all gone. Then mysteriously, weeks later, he's posting from an exclusive resort in Jamaica, coincidentally where Diddy was staying.
Yeah, for sure, man. I went broke so goddamn quick, man. Like back then, oh my, like 3 years, like 2.5, not 3 years ago when Worthy came out. Man, I blew that money so goddamn fast, man.
What did you buy?
Shit, I gave my mama like $250, and then by the time you know it, taxes.
Exactly.
I said, cause I ain't know like the taxes come out now. They come out during that year. By the time you know my account said, "This how much you owe?" I said, "Yeah."
How much did you owe?
I think I was like 190 or something.
190,000.
Yeah, something like that. But it was crazy. The money went so quick, bro. It like when you don't have it, it's like when you get it, your mindset changed so many things. Like you start buying so much things.
When directly questioned about the nature of their relationship on The Breakfast Club, his reaction spoke volumes. Instead of denying anything, he blushed and laughed nervously throughout the segment.
Have you ever met Diddy?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he ask you to party?
Of course he met Diddy, man. Look at that smile on his face. Diddy meet Diddy. The question is, how many times was he diddled, people? God, man, y'all put in the comments, man, how many times your boy YK Osiris was diddled. Hey, man, off the rip, check this out. Tell me the name of one of YK Osiris' songs. Just give me one. Because these are one-hit wonders, people. And hey, man, you know Diddy, he's a sugar daddy. We're going to call him Sugar Diddy because he's everybody's sugar daddy. That's why everybody out here leaking right now ain't got no money and stuff like that because, hey, they can't get their fix at them Diddy parties, right? Because he paying for it.
Party, man.
Don't maybe put his fantasies on you.
Bad tonight.
Every time I want to do that man's the vibe. That must be Diddy bopping. I be trying to learn how to Diddy bop. That man fight.
Now you know.
And now, with the FBI combing through hours of recovered footage, sources say there's a tape, one that might finally explain why Osiris's behavior changed so drastically and what really happened during those private vacations. Because if what's on that tape is even half as disturbing as insiders claim, this scandal is just getting started, and Diddy might not be the only one going down. And we can't forget Aaron Carter, who struggled with substance and mental health issues before his tragic death. According to
now, guys, you notice when it comes to this Diddy stuff. You notice when it comes to this Diddy mess. Do you notice that all these men, these young men, they turn to narcotics and alcohol, or they turn to being like hella aggressive, trying to prove their manhood? And I'm gonna tell you why. See, when you used to getting bent over and having to be submissive to Diddy, it has to be a cold feeling in your mind to try to be submissive, be dominant over your woman when you have had to be submissive to a man and bend over. Man, y'all tell me in the comments, man, if y'all think that these guys have a hard time being masculine, especially because they're being so young and not developed, and have a hard time being masculine and dominant with these women because they had to be submissive to these grown men and Diddy when they was passed around at these parties like party favors. They start getting all the tattoos. They get tatted up like Reggae, aka Ray J. He was all, if I had one wish. Then once he got a hold of Diddy, now he started trying to act hard and join a gang. But he was diddled too, and apparently he got an STD because he used to do a whole lot of rainbow type activity out here in Las Vegas, Nevada in the hotels. You dig it?
those close to him, Aaron had attended several industry parties in his youth that left him deeply troubled.
I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me in the hotel room. And my mom's there and she's like, tell them what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean tell them what happened? And I sit down with them and they all ask these super sexually exploited, questions, back-sided questions. And I knew that at my age already. And I looked at all 4 of them and I said, are y'all crazy? I said, what you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money? That's what I told him. I was like, you're crazy. And I looked over at my mom and I was like, are you serious, Mom? I was like, what is going on here? Why are you?
And he lying. For his mama to sit up here and tell him what happened and the FBI is there, man, you're not finna play with the FBI. And we all know what Michael Jackson did. Michael Jackson not only was diddling people, but man, if you look at the documentaries from the survivors, from even Michael Jackson, you can see the interview with the kids when they was interviewing these kids in the psychiatrist's office. They said that Michael would be touching himself and say, see, you can touch yourself too, showing them how to touch themselves. I know that for a fact from the interview, because these young men in the Michael Jackson interviews, man, they didn't change their story. You dig? And they know how to ask a kid a question. I know how to ask a kid a question, anybody a question, a million different ways over and over again to get the answer that I need to get up out of you, man. But we can tell he's lying because he don't want to admit that he's been touched.
Letting this happen. And she goes, well, I think something happened, I think something. I'm like, really? That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving, everything you can think of.
A former manager claimed Aaron had been introduced to circles he wasn't prepared for during his teen years. In the months before his passing, Aaron had reportedly begun opening up about traumatic experiences at Hollywood gatherings, though he never named Diddy specifically.
Only bad thing about a start is they burn up, say turn up, say turn up.
Do you regret ever getting involved?
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old. Because when I did MTV Cribs, the day that I had to go show off that house, my mom and my dad told me, we're getting a divorce, but you still have to go do this. I had to go show off all the stuff.
Now, guys, I hope y'all don't believe this shit. Ain't nobody this distraught. Look at him. He's on drugs. Look at his eyes, people. Look at his eyes. We see dude is distraught and on some narcotics. He ain't been asleep in a week. You ain't that distraught, man. How about because your parents are getting a divorce and you didn't want to do MTV Crib. Poor you. We know where you crying, cause man, you was touched on, man. Let's get it.
My whole life, that was going to be taken away from me.
Speaking of industry exploitation, let's talk about Burna Boy, a surprising name that came up in recent allegations. In 2020, Diddy suddenly became very involved with Burna Boy, executive producing his album Twice as Tall, despite the two having no previous working relationship. During that period, they were constantly seen together on social media. This collaboration sparked rumors and speculation, including unverified claims about the nature of their relationship that circulated online, alongside questionable imagery that some alleged was manipulated. While it appeared to be a standard collaboration on the surface, industry insiders have questioned the abrupt nature of their partnership and how quickly it dissolved once the album was completed. Then there's Orlando Brown, who has been the only one bold enough to talk about what Diddy actually did to him.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshka smash. You gave me the ooshka smuaf, the smooth smash. Diddy. Yeah, son. Gotta say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he gonna get it.
Now, Orlando Brown keeps it real. He keep it one stack. That's why we call this keeping it a stack with Coach One Stack. Man, he keeping it as real as this $1,000 bill tatted across my chest, y'all. He's keeping it as real as this $1,000 bill tatted across my chest. Talking about what Diddy did to him. A man is not going to sit up here and make these comments talking about what another man have done to him sexually if it's not true. If it is, put that in the comments if you think a man gonna make that up and just embarrass himself in the world like that. I've never seen it. Maybe a woman might lie on a man, but a man ain't finna lie on another man like that. Let's go.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take the, but he wants you.
In several interviews, Orlando explicitly stated that Diddy forced him with multiple rappers, including some of the biggest names in the industry. Rather than viewing these as delusional claims, some industry veterans now suggest Orlando might be deliberately acting unstable as a protection mechanism. Music journalist Jaguar Wright recently stated Orlando knows exactly what he's doing. Acting crazy gives him freedom to speak truths no one would believe otherwise. It's a survival tactic in this industry.
And I definitely don't sit with people who make child porn films.
It's not our fault that Justin Bieber got by Diddy.
It's not our fault that Usher didn't want to get fucked by Diddy anymore. It is not our fault that Usher didn't want to get fucked by Diddy no more.
Yo, son, the wanted to be rich, son.
Listen to me. He turned Justin Bieber into a pocket pussy. The fuck
to be rich,
they put the
son.
baby on. No, I put the coke in the car. Yeah. I put the coke in the car. That Bieber is wrong. Didn't walk away.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I put the coke in the car.
Another artist caught in this web of allegations is Brysher Gray from Empire. According to multiple sources,
oh man, and Brysher Gray, man, not that I've seen it, but they say Brysher Gray, man, got a whole OnlyFans, man, with nothing but men, man, sticking his finger, man, where poop come out. Hey, man, Brysher Gray got turned out. But if you listen to Brother Bilal, he been hiring male prostitutes since he was on Empire. They have been diddling him, man. But go ahead and listen to this, and you can listen to what Will Smith, Charlie Mack, and Diddy did to Bashir Gray. You notice you ain't seen him no more, right?
Brisher's career trajectory changed dramatically after attending certain industry parties. Jaguar Wright made headlines when she claimed that Will Smith was the one who gave Brisher to Diddy. While the details remain vague, the timing aligns with Brisher's sudden career decline.
As far as Will Smith is concerned, until he does right by all of those children that were harmed and corrupted while in his care, children that grew up to be men, boys like Bashir Gray, August Alsina, your own son.
Following the end of the Empire, Brisher's promising career inexplicably stalled. Then came his bizarre arrest involving a SWAT standoff, followed by claims of mental health issues. Industry contacts completely stopped taking his calls. What's most disturbing about all these allegations is how they connect to warnings we've heard for years from respected figures in the industry. Cat Williams has been sounding the alarm about Diddy's behind-the-scenes activities for over a decade. In multiple interviews, Cat claimed he turned down millions of dollars to preserve his integrity, specifically mentioning refusing inappropriate advances from powerful industry figures. These aren't just random accusations anymore. Joseph Manzaro's civil lawsuit explicitly describes being drugged and brought to a Diddy party against his will through an underground tunnel. The lawsuit names multiple high-profile celebrities who were allegedly present.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear about that underground tunnel? See, man, for those of y'all sleeping, man, Diddy owned a house right next to his. And see, when the house got busted in LA, his sons got on there and said, oh, they didn't get the house next door because they got them tunnels. A lot of people fell victim to the Diddy-ness up under them tunnels, y'all. Hey, but man, Diddy got these people crying, man. And make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. You're not following, like and subscribe to the channel. Share this channel, man. We moving around here. We moving and grooving. And I will be covering the Tupac Shakur trial, being that I live out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, born and raised. I'm going to be streaming it. And if I can get in the courthouse, I'm going to be covering it to bring y'all something special.
Including A-list actors and artists. Court documents reveal that Diddy's legal team has desperately tried to get the case thrown out or at least delayed, but the judge denied these requests, stating the evidence presented warranted further investigation. The rumor circulating in industry circles is that these tapes aren't just being used for the current investigation. They're potentially leveraged against every major artist who was involved. This might explain why the industry has been surprisingly quiet about the allegations, with few peers either defending or condemning Diddy. A person made a comment that said, "This Diddy shit is not a joke at all. This man been doing this industry shit for years. They finally got him, and a whole lot of y'all favorite people finna get called out in the process." Another insider commented, "The names we are going to confirm will shock you. The Diddy case is ramping up, and it's bigger than anyone first imagined. It's all of them." What's your take on all this? Could these alleged tapes bring down more than just Diddy? Are we?
I said, that's the thing, man. You know, I want to know what your take on all of this is. You dig what I'm saying? I want to know what your take is, people. I really want to know. I want to know what your take is on the whole Diddy situation. How you feeling about this? You know, do you think it really happened? Do you think there's more male victims out there? And make sure you go to diddydocket.com. And then you can read all this paperwork for yourself. You can read, it's 125 cases. It shows every court date. It has every court filing. And you can read a lot of this stuff for yourself. But you really need to get that information on the minors. That's what I'm waiting for, man, for one of these minors to press charges, you know, because what's happening is Diddy is running out of money, people. The smart ones started to sue him civilly before everybody else got on board, because you can always go back and get criminal, but you can run out of money, but you ain't gonna run out of time. You know, Diddy, I'm gonna tell you on my channel first, Diddy's not gonna get out in a couple years. He will catch more charges like R. Kelly, and he will be put away forever, y'all, man. But then, you know, hey, these are the dudes that he made cry at the Diddy party when it was all said and done, y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. But you remember the rest. Be blessed. Don't ever get stressed. Make sure you never get finessed, and get plenty of rest. And make sure you check out this video next right here, okay? Y'all have a blessed day.